Hey guys, I'm Super Mario 3, and well, you know what that day is today. Today's the day when President Trump, steps down from office and hands the seat over to Joe Biden, even though Trump actually did win this election. I mean, he held a record of over 75 million votes, which is actually more votes than any other president combined. Not to mention the fact that he actually campaigned a lot harder than Biden. He had bigger crowds in all of his rallies than Biden, which he has like what, 20 to 30 people at his rallies. And nearly all the swing states that Biden won have been caught cheating due to video evidence, and the court refused to see it. And then not saying like, oh, there's no evidence that there's not. No, they don't care if there's evidence or not. They just don't want to see it because they don't want to give it to Trump. They know that Trump won, but they don't want to. They don't want to see any evidence. They just want to get it over with to Biden, which is weird considering that we let those guys have a trial over the stupid, Russia collusion, even though it's been confirmed to be a hoax. And we even let them have their own stupid, impeachment trial towards Trump, and that kind of sort of worked. They got impeached, yay! But he never left office until today. So you think that they'd actually be fair and let us have our trial and let us present our evidence too, right? But I guess the left aren't really for the First Amendment as they think they are. But regardless of that, I am thankful for the 4 years we have gotten for this amazing president. Until we get a president who can have the same policies as him or run this country like he did while also maintaining his own policies, Donald Trump remains as my favorite president we've ever had. Ever since Bush Sr. became president, ever since Bill Clinton became president, ever since Bush Jr. became president, ever since Obama became president, this country has not been as strong as it always has been. For a long time, we've been thinking about more about what's PC for our country rather than what's actually right for our country. But then Donald Trump stepped forward and said, if you want things done right, you gotta do it yourself. And boy, did he do a lot of things right. One of the many promises that he has made and kept is his idea of deporting and imprisoning illegal immigrants. And some of you may be thinking, well, Obama did that too. Here's the difference between how Trump did it and how Obama did it. Obama was being very inconsistent on his part. He may have deported illegal immigrants, but then he went on to endorse DACA, which supports illegal immigrants, which helps, give illegal immigrants jobs that actual legal, hard-working immigrants who have worked their way to become citizens, now they don't get shit. But the ones who just decide to just walk to our country willy-nilly, no, they get the support, which is complete bullshit. Trump, on the other hand, not only undid all the wrongs of DACA, but also said, you gotta be a citizen. If you're not a citizen, you're gonna go to our prison, they're gonna feed you, and they're gonna take care of you, and then they're gonna send you back to Mexico. Oh, and this prison that people keep saying, or, comparing it to a concentration camp, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Unless maybe they're only trying to compare it to concentration camps just for the sake of trying to be, edgy and shit. Concentration camp is a prison that was made for Jews to die slowly. They were trying to kill Jews slowly. While the prison that we have here for illegal immigrants actually takes care of them, feeds them, clothes them, and then sends them back to their country. So again, I don't really understand the comparison other than, I guess, the need to be edgy. Other major accomplishments Trump has made include defunding Planned Parenthood, pulling transgenders out of the military, pulling us out of the Paris Climate Accord deal, pulling us out of the Iran deal, and so on and so forth. And the main reason why these are great accomplishments anyways, because they all have one thing in common. They help us save us money. I'm just so tired of seeing half the money that I worked for get spent on all this bullshit I mentioned, which has no effect on my life. Something that I never asked for. I don't care about any of that shit. It's my money. I work hard for that. But now that Biden is president, I'm afraid he's going to reverse all of that shit. And I'm just worried that I could get paid less and less. each 2 weeks I get paid. And I have never seen a president like Trump who would do everything in his power to make peace with Russia, make peace with North Korea, bomb the chemical plants in Syria, launched an airstrike, launched an attack, a confirmed kill on the Iranian terrorist Soleimani. There has never been a president like Trump who has shown this much love for America since Reagan. And people keep bringing up, dead, stupid arguments. Oh, Trump's racist. Oh, Trump's homophobic. Oh, Trump's sexist. All that happy horse shit, which just honestly makes no sense. I don't see how Trump is any of those things. And before anyone tells me, oh, Trump's transphobic because you mentioned that he brought out the transgenders from the military. I don't see honestly how that would make him transphobic. You see, the military is anything but a social experiment. It's not about your rights. It's about protecting our country. And you can either enlist as either a man or a woman. That's it. That's how it is. We shouldn't open the military up to just anybody because, it's their rights. The military is all about protecting our country. That is all it is, plain and simple. And Donald Trump has definitely shown that's how the military has always been and how it always should be. And the number one argument I've heard against Trump all the time is he's a racist. Do you honestly know what the word racist means? I mean, you know his current wife Melania, right? She's a Hispanic. If Donald Trump was racist, he wouldn't have married her. Or actually better, if he actually was a racist, Melania would have divorced his ass before he even started running for president. If he were racist, he wouldn't have gotten the Hispanic vote in 2016, which he did, and he wouldn't have gotten it in this election, which he did. And if Donald Trump were racist, black unemployment wouldn't have hit low, which it did. It's all-time low. So I don't know about you, Trump has shown a lot of respect for people of color, a lot more than you think. In fact, a lot more than Obama, a lot more than Bush, a lot more than Clinton. He has shown a lot of, support for people of color, more than any president of this generation. And it's just a real shame to see him go like this, because he wanted to do so much more. He had a lot of things in mind. Unfortunately, the media and so many left-wing liberals got in the way of it and pretty much rigged the election. And so because Trump is no longer our president now, I'm gonna take off the hat, right? Think again. Just because we have a new guy in the White House, whether or not I agree with his policies, I heavily disagree with everything he stands for. You really think I'm just gonna be like, well, I guess it's time to take off the hat, throw it away because Trump's not president anymore? Hell no. Because like I've always stated, Trump has shown so much love and respect for what I stand for as a proud, patriotic American. There is no way I'm going to take this hat off because this hat symbolizes everything that I have loved, and respect from this man from the past 4 years. And quite frankly, for all those who are also wearing a MAGA hat, I believe you should also feel the same too. For those who support Trump, who have stood by him all these 4 years, I believe you should have these same feelings too. If you have this much love and respect for our country, for our great country. And that's really all I gotta say here about this whole thing. So, once again, Mr. President, not you, Biden, the other president, Trump, thank you so much for what you have done for this country for 4 years. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm Sumar3, and I'll see you guys next time.